Hi, welcome to Inspiration Daily for December 8th, 2021. And today's inspiration is not this fabulously colored shirt, although it could be. How much do I love this color? It's so summery. Is this bag. Now, this bag was sitting outside my door when I left this morning. I opened the door. I have to really get in the habit of looking through the peephole because one time I just opened the door and there was a man there. It was a man I knew, Jose. And Jose was about to knock, and it was just the timing was. I was like, ah! We scared the crap out of each other. Another time, I walked out my house and there was a black snake there. Again, I live in a tropical environment, Florida, and I was like, ah! And gators. We have these retention ponds and gators and turtles and things. There's a turtle outside, but you do have to pay attention because gators do come out of the pond. So, anywho, this reminds me to get in the habit of looking through the peephole before I walk out. So I just walked out and I see this, and I'm like, my mind's going. I just stop. My mind's going in many directions. And I peeked inside, and then I've removed it, but there was a receipt. And I'm like, all right. So I was satisfied, sort of, that there wasn't anything that was going to explode in it. And then I saw the receipt and I got a little more comfortable. And I was like, though my first thought was, somebody left me food. and I was trying to think, who would do that? I couldn't think of anyone who would do that. If somebody wanted to buy, I could think of people who might want to buy me food, but they would knock on my door and say, here's the food. So something, I just stood there and my brain was doing a few things. And then I saw the receipt and I was like, all right, somebody ordered this food, but it wasn't me. And I saw that it was like a dine out, like one of those apps where you dine out, right? So apparently somebody had ordered this food and it was misdelivered to me. Might as well tell you what they ordered. It was wings, some kind of wings, chicken wings, and bread with a side of fries. I'm laughing because somebody really wanted some dinner. The receipt had a stamp on it at 8:04 p.m. Now I'm seeing this. It was 8:04 p.m. last night. I'm seeing it this morning when go out my door. And I know what it's like when you have a hankering for something, pizza, wings, fries, tacos, sushi. And so obviously this person, and I'm not laughing at them. It's just a funny, things get misdelivered. You'd be stunned at the number of things that get dropped off at my door that I don't order. For something like this, I didn't know who it was, and by that time it didn't matter. But I digress. Here's the bottom line. I saw that it was misdelivered, and at that point, if they knocked, I didn't hear it. So, no, I didn't eat the food. I took the food and I threw it out because it had been sitting there all night. It's chicken, so that's not going to be healthy. And I also don't know if anybody did anything to it, over the course. And, I can buy my own chicken wings and fries if I want them, which I don't. I'm not eating chicken wings and fries. So, but I kept the bag. I kept the bag. Look at this paper. I am inspired by this paper. I mean, see, to me, this is free art supplies. I'm sorry, whoever ordered this did not get their meal. but I got me some free paper. This is some nice paper, okay? As I promised in, I think it was December 5th or 6th or one of those inspiration dailies, is I was going to show you the result of what inspires me. Because I'm not just sitting here talking about what inspires me. I'm actually acting on it. I'm doing my girlfriend next. I'm actually acting on what inspires me. This is a Trader Joe's. This is paper from a Trader Joe's bag. And I made an envelope out of it. Check it out, baby. Woohoo! Made an envelope out of this. And so for those of you who are familiar with Trader Joe's, you will likely recognize their trademark illustrations, these 19th century public domain illustrations that you see all over the internet, which are fabulous. And it says here, is framing the bag and hanging it on the wall reusing or recycling? So it's a nice bag, and then of course and it's really sturdy because it's the bag that I glued onto some what do you call that? Oh, I want to say oak tag, but that's not the word. That's kind of an outdated word. But anyway, thick paper. And so this is one of my things that I do, and then here's one where, so now this is paper that I bought at Michael's, yeah, and then I like playing with words. Never felt so good. And then this part is his Coffee News. This is actually a thing called Coffee News that if you go to a diner or something like that for breakfast, it's like a little, I don't know if you want to call it a magazine or something. It's just something to distract people while they're having breakfast. And so, but see, I paid for this. And I kind of paid for this one because I went shopping at Trader Joe's. So, and then this came from a magazine that I got in the library, and then this was some leftover, I think, wrapping paper, and that also came from the magazine. This was this is a shopping bag that I got at Dollar Tree, but I didn't use it as a shopping bag. I got it because the paper was so pretty, and it cost me $1. And check out the inside, baby, because when I make my stuff, I want to make it nice. So when somebody opens it, they're like, "Ooh, it's like a surprise inside." So, but really, so the next question you're probably gonna ask, like, what do I do with it? Well, other than the fact it gives me great joy, it's a daily art practice, which is another one of my inspiration dailies, and I think it is. I'll put the link to that one in there. It's a daily art practice, and it's very, very relaxing. Really, it's really relaxing. And it's a wonderful. And this is a magazine cover from a local magazine that I don't subscribe to. I don't subscribe to physical magazines anymore. But I got this from the library in the you can take it for free bin, not from the circulation. And then I did buy this paper at Michael's. So anyway, so I make these envelopes because I like to write, and I like the idea of good mail, and and I look at this graffito. It's called graffito, which is a form of design around writing. And so my thing is what I think I'm going to do with these, but I don't exactly know, and I don't have to know at this point in time. That's what makes it fun. And then I bind them, and I don't bring it over, but I bind them. I bring them to Office Max, and then they do they bind it, and then it becomes a kind of a book. So, okay, hold on a second. Let me get myself together here. Okay, and then I turn, yeah, here we go. Okay, that's better. And then it becomes a book, and then you can, like, I could put stuff on the inside and mail it to somebody, or it could be my a way of journal keeping. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I shared this with you. I shared this story of the sadly somebody not getting their wings and French fries. I got them, but I had to throw them out, and I really don't like doing that because there are people, and I'm not talking about people overseas in other countries that don't. There's people right here in my community who don't eat. Okay, we have food banks all over this community, so it was sad to me to have to throw it out, but I love this bag, and so this bag is gonna. Oh, stop! I didn't look at this. Craft your own story. I didn't even know that was there. I just now saw that. That was like so dope. Look at that. Craft your own story, which is exactly what I did with this bag, man.